Yes, just have a look at this working. We have done this yesterday, and if anyone has some issues, you guys can ask me directly.
No, miss, this is fine.
Okay, and Munja, what about you?
No, miss, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So this was the first part and this was the second part. Let me just erase this because we were doing this and then I got disconnected. Okay. The second part of this question was, given that the nth term is 139, find the values of n and d, giving the value of d as a fraction. Okay. So I need to find the values of n and d, and I have this as the background that basically we have an arithmetic progression and the nth term is 139. Okay, so first of all, I need to write it down this way, that in case of an arithmetic progression, the nth term is basically equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, and now the nth term is 139. A was 4, that was already given. It has first term 4. So I'll use A equals 4. And then we have n minus 1 into d. Right. Other than this, yes, other than this, we had this expression, this one, that we had to prove. The sum of the first n terms of the progression is 5863. So you can use this one or this one, whatever you're comfortable with. And at the end, we need to find the values of n and d. So let me write down the other expression as well that we proved in the last part. N minus 1 into d is basically equal to 11,726 divided by n minus 8. This is something we were supposed to prove in the first part. Okay, so again now consider this as first equation and this as your second equation, and you're only supposed to simplify them simultaneously. Now what I can see is, I also need to find the value of n, right? So what I can notice here is that this thing and this thing, they are same. So I'll just simplify one. I'll take this 4 on the other side, on this side, and this would become 139 minus 4 equals n minus 1 into d. Now n minus 1 into d is my subject, and here n minus 1 into d is also my subject. So what I can do is, I'll just do 1 equals to 2 because I have n minus 1 into d here and I have n minus 1 into d here as well. So 139 minus 4 would give me 135, and that is equal to 11,726 divided by n minus 8. And now I'll take that 8 on the other side. So 135 plus 8 equals 11,726 divided by n. And n is going to be 11726 divided by 143. So let's just find the value for this one. And this is going to be 82. So this is n, and n is basically the number of terms. So n cannot be negative, n cannot be decimal number. N has to be a positive whole number, right? So it is 82. Let me write it again. It is 82. Now, once we have the value of n, next is to find the value of d as a fraction. So that is simple. I can just consider any formula and then find the value of d. So what I know is that I'll just use 1. 1 implies that 135, this one right here, 135 is basically equal to n minus 1 into d, So 135 is basically equal to n is 82. 82 minus 1 is 81 into d, and d is equal to 135 divided by 81. So you can just use your calculator or simplify that directly by cancelling. And this is going to give you 5 divided by 3, and this is the answer. Yes, just have a look at it, and I'll just be back in 2-3 seconds. Yes. Any difficulties with this?
No, miss.
Okay, Munja, what about you? Anything that you would like to ask?
Understood, miss. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Acha, so basically this was all about the sixth chapter, that was series, where we basically initially discussed binomial coefficients. Then we just discussed a formula that was basically helping us in the calculation of some specific coefficients. And then we have discussed arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and the past paper questions as well. Okay, so this was the sixth chapter, and we are done with that. Anything that you would like to ask from the sixth chapter? Any topic that you guys were not able to understand? Or
No.
obviously you can take a few days. Obviously the weekend is here, but before that, today you'll have to prepare for the quiz that is tomorrow on Friday, and then you will have 3 days, so you can just go through this chapter. If you have anything, any questions, you can ask me, because now the next quiz is going to be from series, and I think this is the best thing. The quizzes should be from the latest chapter, just so I can see if you guys were able to understand that or not. Okay, so now we can just move to the next chapter, that is basically differentiation. So let me share my screen again. Okay. Let me start the recording again.